Let's roll the dice. Yo, what up, dude?
Hey, what's up?
Yo, nothing. Just hanging out on a cool Saturday night.
Yeah, I know that you work in I'm actually not sure what you do. It's some facet of the film industry, right?
Sure, yeah.
Have you ever, are you ever in the room when people are pitching their scripts or ideas?
Not really in the room when people are pitching, but I was script reading for a while. Where after people pitch or after an agent comes to a company, they go, "Hey, we have all these scripts from all these different people. Check them out." And then they give you scripts, and then the lowest person on the totem pole, me, reads them, and then you'd write coverage for them. So you write just whatever. Oh, this is what the script's about. This is what's good. This is what's bad. That's it. So everything that you see in Hollywood goes through someone that is like me, who is like super low rung, like reading a script before somebody else reads a script. There have probably been so many good scripts that have been passed over because some asshole like me just went, "No, I don't like this." It happened. It's that industry is so fucking bizarre. The way that works.
Selected.
Yeah, it's extremely selective. Like I passed over so many scripts. I probably handed a few to my boss at the time, going like, "Yeah, these are pretty decent," but there were so many that I read and they were just like, "This is garbage. Don't even bother." And you still have to write coverage for it and everything to see if it's even something that they're looking for. But yeah, it's like pretty gnarly, a lot of that. So
Yeah, I'm an animator, and every once in a while at a studio they'll ask you to like, "Hey, can you storyboard an idea for this?"
yeah.
And most of the people I've worked with they're really constructive and they're good about what they have to say about your idea. But sometimes, man, you just get like, there's this one guy. He was sitting against the wall in the very back of the conference table while I was pitching something, and he got a thumbtack and just started hitting against the wall.
Oh, what the fuck?
And like it was making this loud sound, and I kind of stopped. So I thought he wanted my attention. He's like, "This is what I do when I'm bored in a pitch."
Oh, what the fuck?
I just thought it was like, I'm just gonna keep going. Then he's like, "If you think you should." I fucking powered through it. And everybody else seemed to like it and had some good criticism. But man, he was our creative director. He was not very happy.
Yeah, I'm sure. Like the higher up you are, you probably hear so much stuff that comes through people that like work for you, and then you just hear like. I mean, yeah, a lot of that garbage gets filtered out, but eventually the stuff that makes it to you, I'm sure a lot of that shit sucks. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm not even saying my idea was good, because it was one of those things where it's like, okay, we have a month, we need to have people pitch, put something together in 2 hours to pitch. Of course.
Man.
Yeah, but yeah, maybe I should have called in the podcast for this. I'm not sure, because I assume you and the boys have to pitch ideas to a lot of people for stuff.
I guess sometimes for some videos, but most of the stuff we just do. We've been relatively lucky with the amount of free reign that I think we get, but that's probably more of a question for Rocco, Derek, and Sean, so you can get a funny answer, I guess.
Have you ever read like what is the most fucking ridiculous, shitty script that you've had to do a write up on, but then your creative director was just like, "This is really good"?
That didn't happen often. Me and my the next level up. We got on really well and kind of understood one another pretty well. So I think that's why he trusted me to read scripts and then provide him with coverage, because he knew that what he was looking for was pretty much what I was looking for. But there were like a lot of bad. I mean, I read like a lot of bad scripts, and there were some that were bad in the way where you're just like, "Oh, why?" Like it seems like you wrote about half of this, and the other half you just didn't give a shit. And then there were other bad ones that are like, "Oh, you wrote this whole thing, and you shouldn't have. You should have like just put it in the trash." There was one that I remember. I don't even know. Whatever. I don't care if I talk about it. There's one that I remember about some kind of like space station alien shit, and like the alien couldn't be seen. It was all like invisible, and then the way that you would stop it is like you threw paint on it. It was fucking weird. It was so... reading the script, I remember like half of it and just going, what is this? Why did you write this? But whatever. I don't know. It was not a very good script. But you read a lot of really bad scripts. You read some good scripts too. Like when I was doing that, The Beaver, that Mel Gibson, Jodie Foster movie, was getting passed around, and that was all blacklisted for... Blacklist in that sense is people are like really keeping an eye on it because it's like the next big thing. And like people are definitely going to buy the script. So I read it, and the script was good, but it wasn't great. It wasn't great in the way that everyone made it out to be. So it was really kind of like... It's weird because a lot of that stuff is just hype. Everyone just kind of buys it, and that's it.
Yeah, I'm not really sure. Could you ever speak to like how these big movies like a Transformers or a Battleship gets made with that kind of a script? Like how they would choose, or they just kind of all get together like we need to make a big special effects movie this summer?
That's all it is. You're looking for something that's consumable and big action. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't matter that it's schlocky because it's like your temple movie for the summer. So it doesn't matter that it's like, oh yeah, this is like a big piece of shit movie. It's what's gonna make you the most money. Hey, have you seen the fucking like that G.I. Joe movie? That movie sucks. That movie's fucking terrible. But
the worst offender is Lionsgate. They put out so many fucking like Hercules.
Oh yeah, that's like really bad, huh? Who put out I, Frankenstein?
I think that's Lionsgate.
Is it really? Oh man,
that's their MO. They did all those Clash of the Titans.
Hey, you know what? Those Clash of the Titans movies might have sucked, but they made money. And that's their goal.
Frankenstein will too.
That's their goal, and it sucks. But studios like that only put out 6 to 8 movies a year now, where it used to be like 20. So I don't know. You have there's like a real discrepancy between those big budget movies that are like $100 million movies. You get a few of those, and then like 2 that are like under 30 million. Those $60 million movies, like those are kind of gone, and it's because they take all that budget and they just put it into like 4 big budget movies. It's like, that kind of sucks. So I think you lose a lot of like the fun middle ground stuff that turn out to be like surprise hits. So
yeah, it seems like everybody's playing it pretty safe these days.
I don't think it's... I guess safe might be the right word for it. I think it's just money hungry, and it's not like you can fault them. Their businesses. Like when people go, well, that's not the way it should be. It's like, okay, well have fun in your 9-to-5 job where you don't make millions and millions of dollars because these people are dealing with like billions, and they don't give a fuck what you like because you're probably gonna go see it anyway. I don't know. Yeah. I say, hey, here's gonna be the theme of tonight. I'm gonna say so, and I don't know a lot because I'm very tired.
Yeah. The animation industry, there's a lot of really safe titles, and one of the things, I mean, you guys spoke about this in the podcast, was Turbo. They developed like they are developing an entire animated series before the movie even came out.
Oh, of course. And
then they also had the animated movie that's already on Netflix. And I'm actually interning at the studio that's developing the TV show now.
I thought it was already a TV. Isn't it a show on Netflix?
They're doing...
I thought there was like an animated show on Netflix now.
There's an animated movie, a 2D like little special movie.
Oh, is there? Okay.
And then there's going to be more like straight to Netflix TV show sort of things. And I was getting lunch with some of the other interns, and none of them knew that they were working on that Turbo thing. And one of our friends he's a Mega64 fan, so he watches the podcast, and he was talking so much shit about Turbo. And he's like, "It's a fucking snail that moves fast. Want to have fire that's fucking wet?" Behind him was the fucking guy in charge of the project at that studio.
Oh.
And he turned around and was like, "So hey, why do you think Turbo sucks so much? Because you know we're developing that, right?" He was just like, he got so... I don't know how to describe like the breakdown he had in front of this guy, but he just straight up apologized, like, I shouldn't have said that in front of you. You know, I should be more careful about what he says. Like, yeah, you should.
Yeah, you fucking should. But I mean, that's what happens when you get a bunch of like 18 and 19-year-olds or whatever who are just interning. It's like oh, you don't shut the fuck up. Just shut the fuck up.
Yeah. He's not gonna get a job, obviously.
Well, he's not gonna get a job on Turbo.
Well, I mean, I probably could have said something, but
yeah, whatever.
Less competition.
It's not.
All
Yeah,
right, well,
yeah, fuck yeah. Looking out for number one.
all right, man. Well, thanks for taking my call. And,
Yeah, dude. No problem. Thanks for calling in, brother.
The best advice I've ever had for pitching an idea is if you could tell, or even writing a script, if you could tell a guy sitting next to you at a bar and he thinks it's fucking great and hilarious, like you could act it out, then it's probably a good thing. But if you fucking tell him, like, hey, here's an alien you gotta throw paint on, and that's gonna be 2 hours.
Yeah, you have to make it. Look, I think people don't understand that in like these pitch meetings, the people that you're pitching to hear bullshit all the time. If you're somewhat charismatic and have an idea that's maybe like fun and you pitch it in a way that's halfway riveting, you're gonna get at least some kind of feedback. Like, maybe it's not all positive, but you'll probably get more positive feedback than if you just went in and you're just like, well, I got paint and you throw it on the alien and he's slow now. It's like, okay, cool, man, right on.
Yeah, because the person that acts like that acts like they've already had their script approved.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, you just
but it's pitching.
act like it's really important to you, and you gotta pitch it like it's you gotta be confident about it. There you go. Cool, man. Hey, thanks for your call.
Oh yeah, I'll talk to you later.
Right on, take it easy, brother.